First love, we were young and wild, we were up all night. You don't forget that summer sun, 2009. We were feeling high, and I got drunk for the first time. I thought I was cool. I thought I looked smooth in your eyes and tried to make a move. It was summertime, the time of our lives. You were on my mind, my ride or die. It was summertime, the time of our lives. You were on my mind, my ride or die. Yeah. You were on my mind, my ride or die. Yeah. You were on my mind, my ride or die. Yeah. Don't forget your first kiss. We were so damn high, we could touch the sky. Drunk on love, drunk on your lips. The feeling I will forever miss. And I got drunk for the first time. I thought I was cool. I thought I looked smooth in your eyes and tried to make a move. It was summertime, the time of our lives. You were on my mind, my ride or die. It was summertime, the time of our lives. You were on my mind, my ride or die. Yeah. You were on my mind, my
Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
MM, thank you for your donation. Omera, thank you for your donation as well. Linda, welcome back. What's going on? Andrew, welcome. Renee, what's going on? By the way, Renee and DC and Christina and I will be here Saturday for a wonderful stream at noon. Taryn, welcome. Bartman, Lady. We got Nakona, we got MM, we got Stacy, we got Cool Libra. What is going on, everybody? All right, let's get started. We're doing some live tarot readings tonight. It's going to be fun as always because, I mean, this is what we do. This is what we do. So, you know, and Carrie, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. I appreciate you as well. All right. See what good things we have for MM to see if the X really cares. Do they care at all? They might or they might not. Let's find out which it's going to be. By the way, you'll notice an empty space in the tarot tower. This is the Super Lunaris Tarot, and it is gone. And I have a new one and video coming out for the new one tomorrow. And after the video comes out, then we will replace that. In the meantime, let's use our tarot because we've got plenty of those, that's for sure. And find out for MM what is going on with that. I got the Super Lunaris version 2. I opened it today, made a video, had a look at it, and my God, it looks good. That is one beautiful deck of cards. I'm gonna have to say now that is a stunningly gorgeous set of cards. I don't know what they did with it. I don't know what they did with these cards, but they look really good. Anyway, X's current feelings. We got the why did we get the Hermit for that? We got the Sun and the Hermit. I mean, they seem to be on the fence a lot, right? Paula and Boo Boo, welcome. What's going on? How y'all doing? The Hermit usually isn't a good card if we have the X, right? We want some feelings, we want some emotions, we want them to sort of renew something or in order to have it, what we had in the old days, get something back. And, you know, that figure, it feels like that's sort of a part of the process, right? The Sun next to it, though, is such a great card. Okay, let's look at this from the perspective of my book. When I talk about what the Sun does, the power of the Sun, the multitude of sort of enhancements that you get from having a Sun in a reading, it basically shines light on the Hermit. Hermit is already shining light. It shines light on sort of the aura of the Hermit, brightens it up, feels it, makes it feel better. Tara, and thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But basically, the sun counteracts a lot of the difficulties we see in the Hermit because of that power, because of riding through here, because of the joyous, the nature of that, the feel good part of that. Because of that, I'm going to say the X was kind of cold. I mean, the X was maybe not that excited about the whole thing, about, sort of the feelings for you. Maybe they weren't exactly in the best sort of mode, the best sort of mood as far as that goes. I think that's changed. I think things are looking better. I think we have a different sort of perspective that the X is going to be taking here, and how they look, how they react to things, how they're sort of embracing things is very different, I think, now than before. You did have a feeling of the Hermit, and now it's illuminated, now it's enlightened up by the sun. Now, if you look over here, they still are a bit closed off. It still feels like they don't have that openness and that vibrancy to them quite yet as far as going through that. But again, the feelings are returning. The things are sort of warming up, and overall, it is looking pretty good. It is looking pretty good as far as the feelings are getting better. They're warming up, and it feels like that this is going to be something that could expand into something a little bit better. Something to expand into a little bit better. So, yeah, overall, it's looking pretty good, MM. I'm glad that you had a good reading today on that. All right. Let's see what we got waiting next. We got a Myra. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, let me know. Thank you for your donation either way. I appreciate that. Let's find out if anyone is coming for you in love by using a good love deck, which is going to be this one, which is going to be the Light Seers Tarot. Speaking of love, I love me some Light Seers Tarot. I mean, that is where it's at. Paula, welcome to the stream. What is going on? By the way, Baxter is back. And even though there's no thunderstorm, Baxter now sort of sits at my feet everywhere I go for whatever reason. So there is that. All right, Taran, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. So we have Baxter is now the official stream mascot, at least for a few weeks. We got to admit now, the official stream mascot. So yeah. Anyway, anyone coming to me in love? 4 of Swords, Hermit, 7, and the 2. Okay, here's what we got. You have a collection of decisions that lead to something better, a collection of decisions that lead to something greater. It's basically almost like just a set of decision that takes us into a different pathway. Cool, Libra, thank you for your thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. 2 of Pentacles says where you're going now, what is happening now is solely based upon you. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of sort of things that you're doing that you can do to enhance your love, to enhance sort of where you're at, right? And I think that's going to be important here because the decision-making right now seems to be crucial as far as going to the next step in love. 2 of Pentacles, obviously, to everybody, is decision-making. We have to make a choice, find a balance, figure out where things are going to be at the end of the day, or how they are going to be sort of satisfactory for us at the end of the day as well. The Hermit says, one of these decisions, basically you're looking at a Virgo, okay? You're looking at a Virgo coming into your life, looking at a Virgo sort of just moving in, making a presence. And Virgos don't really make like a commanding presence or a big boom in the sky kind of voice. They sort of just, arrive. They sort of arrive, there they are, and you have to sort of deal with whatever is going to be sort of the next thing in action of that. 4 of Swords is fascinating here. It's basically this person is not available right now, which is important, right? Because now this is part, maybe, the decision making. The person's not available. The 4 of Swords is a closed in card. It's a resting card. It's a planning card. It's not a take action or start moving immediately kind of card. Okay. That basically says the Virgo is there. Maybe they're with somebody else. Maybe they're breaking up with somebody. Maybe they have something on the side or something happening. But you do have an instant connection with the person, and that's going to be sort of crucial and critical as you sort of move forward. But again, they are not available. We have the 4 before sorts of delay. You're going to have to sort of understand this person is not available, be able to connect with them, be able to sort of still have an unusual sort of emotional empathy with this person. And once you get that established, once you get that working, I think it really does indeed start to work for you, because later on they will become available. You see that with the Seven of Wands. Maybe I'm not ready now. Maybe I'm a little bit defensive. Is this you or is this them? I think it depends, maybe a little bit of both. But again, the Virgo is going to be there. I would say give it 2 or 3 months. The Virgo is going to be available. They're going to have a different situation. And then we can sort of get into that situation where you need somebody, you want somebody is going to be there and available sort of in love as far as that goes. Anyway, long reading, a little bit too detailed maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so there we go. There is your read. JJ, welcome back. How are you doing? Yeah, Baxter is indeed joining us again. So Baxter appears to be attached to me. So Baxter goes everywhere I goes, and whenever I sit, Baxter sits right next to me. So apparently Baxter is the new mascot. Now we do have Brooklyn. Brooklyn is here too. She's in the back. So she saw Baxter come in and she was like, I want to be part of whatever this stream is. She sat down right next to Baxter. So we got both of them in here. Yogi, welcome back. How are you doing? Good to see you. All right. Let's see. Will I get to hug my boyfriend Cliff again? That's very specific. Let's find out if Cliff is huggable. If Cliff is huggable indeed. And then we'll get to Carrie. Carrie, thank you for your PayPal donation. I recognize you out there. We'll get to you right after this. Let's find out right now. By the way, this was where the Super Linares went. And we got a new version of it, and my God, it's beautiful. And that video is coming out tomorrow because I need to color correct it so you can get all of the magnificence that I just witnessed in person. I'm just saying now, speaking of magnificent, we have the Dark Mansion Tarot. The Dark Mansion Tarot is here, and we need to read with that one. Yeah. So the Super Linares, I mean, I can give you a preview. I could give you a preview right now. Does anybody want to see a preview of the new Super Linares Tarot? Because I know I do. I know I do. I just flipped through it. I want to see it again. I mean, you know, I need to keep it in order to do my 4K flip throughs, because if it's not in order, everybody hates me. So I can't read with it right now. Anyway, let's do that after Taryn's reading. Will I get to hug my boyfriend Cliff again? Sunshiny Day, thank you for your donation and welcome back. It's good to see you. The Sun. Ooh, that's nice. Page of Swords, 10 of Wands and 2 of Wands. What's going on with that? Is Cliff not available? Is Cliff outside of your range? Is Cliff coming back? I mean, what is happening here? So, Taryn, it looks like that there's a little more complexity to this situation. A little bit on the complex side. The 10 of Wands. It almost seems like that we can't hug Cliff right now. Maybe Cliff is distant. Maybe Cliff is not there. Maybe Cliff has an argument and Cliff is not present. The 2 of Wands is almost like we're looking for Cliff, or we're trying to find Cliff. We need to sort of locate Cliff. Maybe Cliff has a bunch of other things happening. What is going on with that? It's almost like there's a communication breakdown. Or there's something to where we can't communicate with Cliff right now. The Page of Swords, right? I want to communicate. I want to reach out. I want to get that feeling of connection. I want to feel that Cliff is there. Cliff feels for us and all of this other stuff. And it feels like that maybe not possible right now. Maybe there's something stopping us. Maybe there's something in the way or whatnot. The Sun basically says yes. I mean, you got a thumbs up, right? You have a thumbs up. That's huge because of the Sun. Again, we're talking about the book. The Sun illuminates everything. So let's see what the Sun did in this reading. Let's see what it did. The first thing the Sun did was clear up. Star Bright, thanks for your donation. Was clear up the Page of Swords. Again, we're looking at something. Maybe there's something that we can't get the communication that we need for this particular person. The Sun illuminates that. It brightens it up. It says that is possible to do that. So we do have a communication that is going to be there. Communication, sort of, maybe it be physical, maybe it be sort of, talking to the person and scheduling or something like that. I think that is possible. So we do clear up the biggest hurdle of this, which is going to be a page, right? A newbie, a neophyte, somebody that can't get things done that they need to get done in the grand scheme of things. Also, the Ten of Wands is such a dark card. The sun illuminates that as well. Now, keep in mind the sun is a bit farther away. The biggest thing the sun is going to do for us here, Taran, is to clean up the communication. Will it remove some of the weight, some of the drama, some of the heavy things that are weighing the situation down? Yes. Will it do all of it? No. Mina hanging out with us, and Maddie as well. Thank you for joining, both of you. Cool Libra, thank you for your donation. But yeah, the Ten of Wands says we're still going to be weighed down. Some of this is cleared up. A little less of this is cleared up. Ashley, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Two of Wands overall says it is about planning. It is about what's next. What can we do in the situation? Because if we take some action, if we properly prep everything, then it entirely is possible. Again, the sun being the first card to read, very important position in any reading is sort of the first card that you see. And that sort of sets the tone and the mood for the rest of it. And this is looking so good. This is looking so good. I'm going to go with a thumbs up. I know it's a long read for a simple yes or no question, but that is what I do. That is what I do indeed. All right, we're going to use the super duper Lunaris. The super duper Lunaris. This is the new version that I just got. And oh my, it's pretty. I mean, look at this. Look at how that pops. Look at the vibrancy. That's bananas. And I'm gonna color correct the video when I flip through it, but just the vibrancy, the pop this thing has, the just a beautiful. I mean, it really knocked it out of the park on this one. This just shines in every way possible. I'm absolutely astounded how great it is. And of course, they kept that beautiful rose gold. That rose gold edging. Tomorrow morning, my friends, we're going to get the video out for that. We already filmed it. We just got to correct everything, color correct it. Because I'm not putting a beautiful deck like that on a video without some color correction so you can see just how nice it really looks. All right. Should I stay with my past pet rescue? Another yes or no question, or try a new one? All right. So, Carrie, I think we have a good question here about a pet rescue. This calls for a throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
Calls for a throwdown, my friends. THS, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. And Cool Libra, thank you again. I appreciate everybody being here tonight. All the generous donations tonight. I appreciate y'all. As we say in Texas, I appreciate y'all. And Baxter appreciates you too. Baxter is all excited about everybody being here. Baxter's kind of sleeping, but Baxter's been doing that all day. So we had an hour walk with Baxter earlier, and Baxter is pooped from the walk. But you know, you got to exercise. I got to get it. They got to get it. We'll go together. You know what I mean? No, he's on lockdown right now and he's in jail. Well, yeah, that would be a hindrance. That kind of explains the distance, kind of explains the communication breakdown and whatnot. So, yeah, basically, it's yes, but there's going to be a delay. So there's your delay. There's your planning for the two. Anyway, stay with a past pet rescue or find something different. All right? Stay or find something different. Find something different looks really good. That looks really good indeed. We have the reward from work. We have the creativity with the action sequence that is in there, right? That is in there. We have death pointing us to changes that we need. We definitely need some changes. Some changes will do us good. And then we have sort of being guided into the next section or being guided into the next thing, right? Basically moving to another one, getting something different is wins. It wins by far. We do have restrictions, almost like things are action. We're taking action. MAGA21, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, but we have some action. We have some movement. We have some things happening, okay, as far as that goes. But we can't get what we want. So you're on a mouse wheel, right? You're on a mouse wheel with staying with this past pet rescue. You're doing actions, but nothing's happening. You're trying to get some changes. Nothing's changing. You're not getting the results. You're not getting the satisfaction. You're not getting a lot of things that you need from the current one. So moving to another one looks a lot better. Looks a lot better indeed. So there is your question. Sheila, welcome. How are you doing? All right, sunshiny day. How should I handle the new situation at work? Uh-oh. Sunshiny day. Your work is always hot and going. It is always hot and moving quickly. Let's do the This Might Hurt tarot, which I think may be your official tarot right now for your workplace. I mean, I'm just saying. I am just saying. All right. Let's see how that goes. How should you handle the situation at work? I think this is going to be a complex one. Just saying now, this is going to be a thick one. This is going to be a thick one. All right. I mean, before we start, we can get Baxter's opinion on it. Baxter, what do you think? What do you think about the situation at work? What do you think? I mean, we have had some situations, Baxter, at work. She has had some situations before. And is this something that's going to be able to be resolved, or is this something that is going to be a bit too challenging? I mean, Baxter's take on it, Baxter's hot take is I think he's thirsty. I think that's the hot take from Baxter on this, but we'll see what the cards say. All right, let's see. Got the Four of Cups. We got the Lovers, the Magician, and the Hierophant. That's interesting. We got three majors out of here. Normally, he's so handsome. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, you mean Baxter? Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh, the jokes are rolling in. All right. The fact that we have three majors means the situation may be more important than we realize. We may have more lean on the situation that we sort of need. There may be some difficulties involved here that if we don't get them resolved, could be a little bit challenging to do. Basically, it says pay more attention to this situation than you normally would, right? Because there could be some deeper ramifications. There could be some things here that you don't want to deal with later on. Magician and the Hierophant. Yeah. You need to have control over this situation as well, right? The Magician is a level of control. He's a master of the tools and whatnot. Next to the Lovers means that almost all the time when you see this combination, it's like somebody else needs to be involved in the situation. If they're not involved in the situation, then it seems like you're not able to get control or command over it. But the bottom line is you need to take control of the situation. The Magician, right? Hierophant talks about the company, the corporation. Again, this could be something larger than what you think it is. Again, indicated by not only the majors, but the Hierophant being here as well. That talks about a bigger piece of the puzzle, or something that is an organization, or something that has more ramifications within this as well. Four of Cups is basically you're stuck with the situation. So, once you have a challenging thing at work, or once you have something where you don't really want to deal with it, or you'd like it to move past, I guess our first reaction is, how can I get rid of it? How can I lose it? And the Four of Cups says you're getting something you don't want. The Lovers, though, does indicate that there are some matches here that need to happen, or there's some things that you're going to get stuck with. Even though we don't want it and we'd love to lose it, the Lover says it may not be possible. We may be stuck with it indeed. Taking charge, taking command of it as soon as possible is going to be more prudent than anything. And the Hierophant, take it seriously. Even if it doesn't look that serious, if it looks a little more casual or something that you really don't need to grasp and get a hold of, the Hierophant says take it more seriously indeed. So there, basically, take command of the situation. If you could rope anybody else into this, if you can have somebody else assist, that would be great, the lovers. And basically you're stuck with it. Don't try to lose it. So there you go. There we go, indeed. Nakona, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, Starlight, the fifth donation I have tonight. Week ahead forecast. Let's get you Star. Find out what the week ahead holds for you. We can use the Art Tarot. That is a good one indeed. And with all the Baxter action over here, we moved our camera. There we go. All right, let's go with our revival art action and see how that's going to go, how that is going to go. All right. Hopefully that made sense. Sunshiny day. Your work is always challenging indeed. You always have a fun time over there. That is for sure. Never a dull moment over there. Anyway, Philippe, what's going on? Welcome back, Philippe. It is good to see you. All right, week ahead forecast, you're looking at Hanged Man, Fool, two majors and a two of swords. You're looking at a journey, a progression through something that you've needed to do anyway. I think you're halfway through this. Start bright. You're halfway through this journey, okay? You need to take more steps on it. You need to take more progress. You need to get some more action as it goes through here. The thing that you're sort of running into is going to be a little bit of a taste of, this is not something I want to rush through, not something I want to finish anytime soon, even though I think you should, right? It is a bit of an adventure. There are some unknown factors as far as this goes. Two of Swords says we need to embrace those. We need to finish this as soon as possible. I mean, if that's possible. Again, I think you're halfway on this journey. We say that with the Hanged Man, right? We're on this journey. We're moving past. We're moving into the next thing. Hanged Man says maybe there's a little bit of a combo, a little bit of a mixture here, a new perspective, some enlightenment that we are reaching for. In order to get there, we do have to basically make it up as we go along sometimes. That's not the best solution, but sometimes that's the only way to go. Two of Swords, yeah, you need to finish this when you can. We realize you're halfway. We realize we're not moving as fast as we need to. Get it as much done as you can and then sort of address whatever's left. All right, cool. Libra, will I come into money soon? Let's check it out. Money, money, money. Find out if we got a little bit of the cashola. I mean, if we're looking at money, we can use a Thoth derivative deck. Thoth derivative deck would be great. M.M. Moline always gives us what we need for that. Cool, Libra. Any money soon? We have somebody that lost their job, and Nakona wants to know about money. We got a lot of money tonight. It is pretty money action packed in here. And that's what we kind of need. Three of Wands, Virtue does it right. The Star, very nice. Prudence, and the Devil. I do think that you do have some money coming out. I don't think it's lottery winnings or anything else. I don't think it is an inheritance. It just looks like something that you have that you can pursue, that you can move forward with. Why don't we say that? Eight of Discs is the working on it card. We need to work on it. We need to progress. We need to get this action on some of the ideas that we have. We have some things that we can do for money. We have some opportunities presented, open doors that are still open, something that we can embrace and go forward with that. The Devil says, damn, it's hard to do though. It feels like this is not something I want to concentrate and focus on. But in reality, you need to. So looking at this, again, there are doors open now that can lead you to the money that you want. That's really what you need to work on. This is the working on it card, focusing on it, getting focused to where you need to be on this particular thing are the doors that are open. The Star says, follow the leads, right? That's the big thing that we have here, cool Libra. Follow the guide. The Star is the North Star. If you're sailing, it tells you where to go. It tells you which way is north. It's going to guide you in the direction that you need to go. I think that's what you have. Again, open doors, follow them, follow the Star, follow the guidance that you have, because Virtue says these doors aren't going to be open forever. So if you can go through these, if you can move into the next thing, progress into the next deal, that is going to be huge for you as far as that goes. Again, the devil says some of those are just like, maybe they're dead ends, maybe they're not. I would assume they're not dead ends. What can we pursue? If it is a job opportunity, pursue that. If it is a career option, if it is something that has been presented to us, again, this is a gimme. This is an easy. Why do I say it's an easy? Because the star, somebody mentioned something about a certification, about an opportunity. Somebody mentioned something about a job. You've seen a job accidentally and you sort of went, I don't know, that is going to be if I want to do that or not. You have to follow the clues. It's like a Scooby-Doo mystery. Hey, you have to follow the clues to get to the result. If you don't follow the clues, if you stumble around, you're not going to get to the result that you need, and the result is not going to be there when you need it. Anyway, speaking of jobs, Ashley just lost the job. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Let's find out what is in there for the career. Sarah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. All right, let's do this. Let's do a little bit of the Tarot in Wonderland action for this one. A job is good to have. That is for sure. Let's find out, like, what's in store for me regarding the career. Like, what are the big next steps? 5 of Pentacles. Man, it's rough. This feels like that this is a really crappy time to lose your job. I'm not saying there's a good time to lose your job, but this feels like it's exceptionally difficult. We have a 5 of Pentacles. It's almost like you were dragged out of your job. You're dragged out of your job. Someone pulled you away. Your career is being dragged in a direction. It doesn't look like you have a lot of control here, which is quite unfortunate. Ace of Swords, though, is a good card. You're looking for a job. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. They're all going to be your best friend. Ace of Swords especially. Ace of Swords is that lead, is that connection, is that prompt that you get, right? You learn that. Ace of Swords, learning, communication. We learn about a new opportunity. We learn about something that is going to be good that we can grasp and we can go into. Justice says you are due for a little bit of change, right? As far as your career goes, doing the same thing that you've always done doesn't seem to be working as well as you had hoped, okay? Doing the same thing exactly. That doesn't mean do something drastically different. Let's say you're a programmer. You program computers, right? You're an application developer, and you're using C++. And C++ is no longer hot in the market. But Angular is. Now, maybe we can train on Angular. Maybe we can get some Angular experience. And we're in the same sort of corporations. We're in the same sort of pursuit, the same sort of career, but we're just doing things a little bit differently. That's sort of what the Ace of Swords into the High Priestess says. High Priestess is about knowledge. Philippe, thank you for your donation. And that Ace of Swords, that learning into knowledge. She has the Torah. Into that learning, into that knowledge. Maybe it's time to pick up some learning, pick up some books, pick up some certifications, pick up something that is going to further our career and get us refreshed and get us into something that is going to be market hot so we can get our career moving forward the way it needs to go. Because Justice says you are sort of in line for something. You have a lot of capability. You have a lot of functionality that you can go forth and do. It's just a matter of grasping it, getting it, being market hot, and then going forward from there. That's basically it. That's basically it, Ashley, right? All right, obviously entertainment purposes only, but that is what the tarot cards say. All right, we got next, what do we got? THS. Is SRB talking or dating somebody else? Let's find out what is happening with all of that good stuff. Now, obviously entertainment purposes only. If something comes up here that says maybe yes, be aware it is entertainment purposes only. Okay, everybody knows that. If you've been around more than 5 minutes, you understand. All right, so let's see as SRB. Are they humping somebody else? That's never a good sign. That is never a good sign. Never a good sign indeed. What's the name of the previous deck? The previous deck is the Tarot in Wonderland. There you go. Barbara Moore and Eugene Smith. Tarot in Wonderland. Okay. Are they talking dating to somebody else? Page of Cups. They're searching. They're searching. They're seeking. They're looking. Checking it out, seeing what the market share has to offer. Obviously, entertainment purposes only, etc. They seem to be working at it. Are they dating somebody else? I don't see anything that would say that. I see that they are looking. I see that they're looking around. They're scanning, maybe talking, maybe on that road to the next thing or what have you. But the Knight of Wands says they're headed in that direction, basically, right? Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Don't take this as fact. These are random tarot cards. But you are looking at the Page of Cups. I'm looking, I'm scanning, I'm talking. I'm trying to understand emotionally what is available out there, where I am emotionally, where I can be emotionally. What is the next big thing? Page of Cups says, yeah, I'm sort of looking out, taking a leap, taking an adventure, trying to find something that is going to be stable, trying to find something that's going to be stable. And Eight of Pentacles, I'm actively working on it. Do they have anybody? I don't see that. I would see the Two of Cups, the Lovers, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, Six of Cups, all are Three of Cups, all of our usual cards. They would say they have somebody or just aren't here. It's more of a looking, scanning, communicating, seeing, trying to find out what is next, basically. What is the next big thing? That's basically what the cards are still telling me. And that is obviously entertainment purposes only. Queen Famous, welcome back, Queen Famous. Always good to see you. All right, MAGA 21. How can I move on from the person and the third party situation? How can I shake this off? How can I shake it off? That is going to be, it's going to be difficult sometimes. It's difficult to sort of shake some of that off, right? You got somebody, maybe we have a broken heart, maybe we have some issues that we're dealing with. We're trying to get trying to move on. And sometimes it's pretty damn difficult. I got to say, it is pretty difficult. You're not the first one to ask this. There have been quite a few people, including me, that have asked the exact same question. The exact same question. Let's look, find out. How can I move on? Oh, man. It's about doing things. It's about doing things, getting some activities. Knight of Swords is an action card. It not only has action from riding the horse away, but is a fast, quick action card, okay? That is huge. That's huge. It's almost like sitting around doing nothing makes you think of the person. Sitting around watching the same TV shows, doing the same activities. It's a matter of moving out and getting out and doing bigger things. And this is the new thing too. Ace of Wands, finding new adventures, new things to do. Wands is about activities. It's about fire. It's about fire. And you need that new fire, that new flame, that spark of inspiration of stuff, right? Ace of Wands, do something like completely different. Like, have you always been interested in painting, right? Go to Michael's and get a cheap paint set and you start painting something. Do something completely different outside of the norm that's going to bring you into something new. Ace is going to be something new. Wands is going to be a new adventure, new action taken. 10 of Coins and the Page of Cups. Basically, the Page of Cups is reminding you that it's a day at a time. There's nothing you're going to do, whether it be hypnosis or therapy or whatever you can do that can help, obviously would be great. But the Page of Cups says, whatever we do, realize that you can't cure a broken heart overnight. You just can't, right? You can't. And the 10 of Coins. If this person broke your heart, if this person is still around. You know, how much communication can we reduce that to make us not think about the person all the time, especially if they're in the emotion. The Page of Cups just says it's a day after day. You have to relax. You have to go forth. You have to do your new adventures with the Ace of Wands. You have to get out and get activities happening. You have to get some stability in your life, some stable things, right? What did this person replace in your life? What did they replace? Okay, what I mean is maybe you loved to play, chess or something. And this person kind of replaced that activity, right? Because the time that you were using to play chess, now you're using to go out with them or whatever. Get back into chess again. Get back into your old environment and things like that. It's going to be huge. All right. Hopefully that made sense. Go into the next reading. We will indeed. Nakona has a bright idea. How is that going to work? Because we all have bright ideas, but like, how marketable are they? How marketable is this bright idea going to be, right? I think a bright idea would be the Bumbleberry Hollows deck. But quite frankly, I think that would be the bright idea of the evening, if you know what I mean. Let's find out how that's going to do. Let's see. We got this one, that one, and this other one. Okay. What is going to be your bright idea? Nine of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and King of Wands. That's huge. That's huge. That is massive. You could be looking at actually getting some cash out of this. I'm just saying now, we could be looking to get some cash out of this situation. Why do I say that? Knight of Pentacles is about understanding where we are, what we have created, and how we can create, and being proud of that accomplishment. Knight of Pentacles is massive. It's a motion card. You're talking about movement. You're talking about pride in our work. And the Three of Pentacles, the best card in the deck for this question, because the Three of Pentacles is a birth card, creation card, right? The number 3. It is huge. Anyway, Love Apples, welcome to the stream. Love Apples, you're at Panera. I love Panera. Love Panera. Anyway, Three of Pentacles, it's birth, it's creation. The idea you have has merit and it has opportunities. Because the King of Wands, again, with the fire, you need to take it and you need to run with it. That is it. The success is going to be big. The King of Wands, take it, run with it, put the fire underneath it, and find out where it goes. That's going to be huge. Definitely says actively work on it, go for it. This is not something that you just made up that's never going to go anywhere. This is something that may explode. It may explode and get into the real deal. All right, Sarah, speaking of the real deal, Sarah wants to know, when will I resign from the current job? Everyone is leaving. That's bad. That's bad indeed. Everybody's leaving except you. So you get all of the work that they're not doing anymore. That's terrible. That's never a good sign at all. Well, let's do a little Ciro Marchetti for this one. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Gilded Tarot Royale? Gilded Tarot Royale. It makes me tingle inside. Just like IT Guy. What is going on, IT Guy? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? All right. When will I get the hell out of here? Everybody else left. That's basically our question tonight. That is going to be something with Judgment, King of Wands, and the Tower. Doesn't look like you have to wait long. It looks like the whole damn thing is going to collapse. The whole thing is coming down. We get the Tower. Not a good card. Not a good card indeed. It is all coming down on top of you. So, yeah. It doesn't look like you have to wait for long. I mean, if you do want an out, the Tower gives you an out. Unfortunately, when the Tower falls, you're going to have to leap out. So, yeah, you may have an issue. You may want to be good with leaping out of that tower. You may want to have like a zip line or something that you can get out of that tower quickly with. But that is going to be a situation you're going to have to deal with eventually, because that's the last card. It's coming down, whether you like it or not. That's what it's saying. That's a whole reading, what it's saying, right? Judgment, the reincarnation. They're trying to save it. There are people desperately waiting, desperately hoping upon getting a rebirth, a reincarnation, a second chance, getting the next big thing, motioning into the next big project, trying to recover it, trying to rebuild it, trying to get people back, trying to get people to stay, but they all fall down. Doesn't look good at all, especially with the King of Wands, right? You have somebody in the leadership chair. They're not able to recover it. They're a false leader. They're not a good leader. They're trying to take command. They're not doing very good at all with it. And wow, it's coming down. So yeah, that's it. That's it. You're not the only one with work issues. No, there's quite a bit of work issues out there. I don't think there's any shortage of work issue. All right, Philippe getting a little nervous. Oh my, Philippe, I don't get nervous anymore. So let me include that in my next book. I think that's a good thing to include in the next book. Overcoming anxiety before reading tarot for others. Ooh, that's gonna be good. All right, we got such a large swath of free time tonight. I may just turn the stream into a lesson on doing that, all right? Anyway, let's see what the cards say, and then we'll see what I say about it, and find out what's going to be up. All right. Strength, Four of Swords. Okay. Four of Swords is sort of like a Nine of Swords in a few ways. Basically, concern. Okay, Philippe, why would you be concerned about giving someone a tarot card, giving someone a reading? The only reason I can think of is you're afraid to be wrong. You're afraid, you have performance anxiety. No pun intended. No, I never have performance anxiety. Basically, you're on stage. It could be one person. It could be 85 people that watched the stream that one night over here. Either way, you have performance anxiety. And the only reason that is because you're afraid you're going to be wrong, in my opinion. Okay. And I say that because if I'm coming on here, right? So Maddie just asked me how the date with the Pisces will go. Okay. For example, if I know 100% guaranteed that the date with the Pisces is going to go wonderful. In other words, I can go back in time and I can say it's going to go wonderful. This is a great person. They have a lot of interesting stories and they have a great family connection, right? Then why the hell would I be nervous about giving Maddie a reading? I wouldn't. I'd be excited about giving Maddie a reading. Maddie, the Pisces is going to be amazing because I went back in time. I would be excited. Okay. The only reason I've had anxiety is because I believe I might be wrong. Now, the bottom line is you're probably going to be wrong. You're probably going to be wrong many times because if you were right every time in tarot, then you'd win the lottery by now. And then you wouldn't bother reading for anybody after that. I mean, you know what I mean? If I'm correct 100% of the time, I would pull lottery numbers and I'd go play the Texas lottery, the Mega Millions, I would do some scratch offs, and then I wouldn't be bothering coming on the stream anymore because I won the lottery like 9 times. So you're not going to be always correct. You have to deal with that in your own way. How you want to wrap your head around that is your own thing. But Two of Cups says the biggest thing you want to do is have an empathy and a connection with the person rather than worrying about the details. What does this card mean? How am I doing? Worry about the other person. How can I help the other person? How can I assist this other person? How can I use these tarot cards to provide the other person what they need? Okay? What they need. You know what I mean? What they need. How can I provide that in a way using these tarot cards? If you focus on that, get that Two of Cups, get that empathy, to get that connection, that's going to be the key. And that feeling of, saying, here, let's do this, that's going to be the big thing. And strength basically says patience, okay? After a while, you just understand that this is what I do. This is how I do it. If people like it, they're going to come back. If people don't like it, they're not going to come back. Whatever, right? That's sort of where you have to be at. Anyway, there's your read. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. And, good luck with that. Good luck with that. All right, Queen Famous. Does Blake care how I feel about him, and when will he tell me how he feels towards me? Oh, let's find out about Blake. What's a good Blake card? A good Blake card, set of cards. I'm thinking this one with the romance. Modern love is going to give us Blake's opinions and give you the thing that we need to go forward and use, right? Going to be big here. Let's find out what is going on with Blake. How does Blake care how I feel about him? And when is he going to tell me? Death says that Blake's on a change. Blake is in for some change. Judgment, 3 of Wands. Blake seems to be looking for something a little bit different as far as your reaction. It feels like that Blake needs something a little bit different from you, right? Maybe what you're offering, maybe sort of your feelings. Yogi, thanks for your donation. Sort of your feelings. He sort of, he cares, but he wants a little change. Death, we want a little change in how everything goes. King of Wands says that he's trying to micromanage the whole damn thing. Blake is trying to do everything his way. I think Blake has a little bit of a control thing to where Blake wants it their way. Blake wants to understand what's happening and have more of a command, more of a control from it, right? Because judgment is interesting here. Judgment says that I think Blake is feeling a little more than he leans, or a little more than he indicates. I think Blake has more feelings than he can than he's going to admit to. That's what I think. I think Blake is really hooked here. I think Blake has a lot of good feels. Judgment, a lot of sort of this new thing. You have a new thing here. We have a new thing here. I think he's going through some changes. He's going through some emotions. I think he has a lot more invested than he's leading on, basically. 3 of Wands says that he's going to have to sort of get the control thing in under control in his own way, right? In his own manner, because this is something that I think that Blake cares for you maybe a little bit more than you realize. And the 3 of Wands is sort of trying to figure out how to process that, how to react to that, how to go forth with that without losing a lot of that command, without losing a lot of control. You know what I mean? You have a light-hearted feeling that's coming through when something a little more serious is in the background. Overall, I think Blake really likes you. I think Blake does care how you feel. I think Blake is not going to admit it. Blake has a little bit of the pride thing going on, a little bit of the control thing going on here with that King of Wands. We got to be control. We got to be the king. We got to have that fire aspect. We have that control, that command of what's going on. But in the meantime, we have a bunch of emotions going on. We have judgment. Things coming out that we're not expecting. We have an unexpected we need a change, sort of how everything goes. But yeah, we have a great connection here. Queen Famous, I think they're more invested than they realize. Basically, that's the whole read, right? Anyway, speaking of Maddie and speaking of that Pisces, we have another, Maddie, is this another Pisces? We have another Pisces going in. We need to find out how that goes. And no, I did not come back through time. And I do not know how it's going to go, but the cards will let you know. And I mean, Maddie is a fan of the Thoth. I mean, Maddie, if you have not bought a Thoth deck yet, I'm just saying for, go ahead and spoil yourself and get you some Thoth cards, trim them to look like this. And obviously once you figure, okay, this is terrible. All right, I was making a joke earlier that if I came back in time, and I mean, I'm just saying, Maddie, this looks terrible. Basically, the same Pisces. Okay, something's going on with this Pisces. I can tell you that now. We have a lot of bad cards here. The first card that we have is hidden information. and something's happening in the background that you're not aware of. Something's going on. We have some processing. We have some excitement. We have some interesting things happening within this particular person that you're not aware of. We have strife, not a good card as well. And then we have basically revelation comes about. All right, we're gonna go way out on a limb. Normally, we don't go this far out on a limb, but we're gonna go on anyway. What this is saying is basically there's some things in the background that are happening that you're not aware of. However, they say something that clues you in to what's over here. They say something that clues you in. It's almost like a misstep or a Freudian slip, something that happens that lets you know a little bit more about what's happening in the background. And that's basically it. So, okay, we had a reading to where this person was meeting all their friends on Skype, right? Or on a social media thing. And a Zoom call. There we go. And I said that secrets would be revealed during the Zoom call. And they came back and they said there was a lot of secrets revealed. I think this is one of those. It's a slip up. They say something that lets you know that something else is happening. Something else is going on, and you need to pursue the questioning to find out what the hell is happening in the background. But basically, I think things are revealed, things are enlightened, things slip up, and we have strife, which is fighting, which is, back and forth, which is a lot of fiery conflict. Basically, it looks challenging. It looks challenging for a date, I have to say. So, not the best 3 date cards that you can get. The bottom line, right? The bottom line. Anyway, YouTube user is back. Welcome, YouTube user. I appreciate you as always. Let's find out about Ian. No contact. You didn't reach out. Let's find out what they're feeling over there. What are they feeling in the distance? What is happening over there? We're going to get this card over here. This deck is a beautiful one, my friends. It is the Art Nouveau Tarot. And we're going to see how that goes. See how artistic or see how nouveau that we're going to get over here. You know what I mean? All right. Hasn't reached out. Nobody's reached out. What are their feelings? What are they going to do? Now, before, we did say that they were going to reach out. Yeah, and I still think they are. Still think they are reaching out. This is one of the things we keep getting this feeling like N is doing something over there. Maybe they're chasing somebody. Maybe they have some hot prospect or hot lead to maybe a relationship, or somebody hit them up and said, hey, how are you? But basically they're doing something over there. Okay. And I think the last couple of readings we've been hinted that we sort of have this aspect of them that needs to finish up. Okay. Whatever's going on over there needs to finish up. And then they're going to sort of be reaching back out to you, right? They need to resolve this stuff and then they'll reach out. And it's sort of where we have a repetition of this too. We have a connection with something else, a connection with somebody else, basically pursuing that, right? Pursuing that as well. And then we have an abandonment of that. So in other words, they abandon the things that they're chasing. The thing didn't work out as well as they had hoped. And instead, they sort of want a blend. They want a balance. And I think, again, they reach out to you. So I'm still sticking with that feeling of before, right? Again, they're busy with something else, or busy with a new activity, maybe a connection with somebody else, because you do have a good connection card here. But this is an interesting one. It's like that N thinks the connection is more serious than it is, and the other person thinks it's more lighthearted than it is. And so you end up with this conflict. Things just don't work out anyway. You get an abandonment. And then they want to balance things out. They want the temperance. They want to bring things back together. They want to pour the water back there. They want to get the balance that they need. And again, I think they end up contacting you again. But they just have to resolve. They just have to resolve what's sitting there or what's currently there. Does that make sense? So, yeah, we had that reading, I think, twice now, and that's sort of the third time. So I think we're looking at again. So we can get maybe an update later or what have you about what their current progress with that is. But right now, it seems that things are wrapping up, and hopefully they'll get in contact with you after that. What do the friends think? I've read tarot for them. Yogi is over there reading some tarot. We need to find out what they think. What's a review? Like if they got on a tarot review site, what would their review be of Yogi? We'll go with the Heaven and Earth. What do you think, Yogi? Heaven and Earth, that'd be all right? That looks like a decent card for this. Looks like a decent card indeed. All right. Let's see. Patreon. There we go. Like this video. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about it. I haven't done the like and sub. Hit that like and sub button. Yeah. Way late. It's way late for me to do that. But yeah, hit that like and sub button. Anyway, Jeff, what's going on? Thank you for the sub there. Jeff, I hope you enjoy all the 1,200 freaking videos that I have. Jeff, we have a lot of videos. Jeff, there's a lot, and I mean a lot of videos over here. So yeah, and by the way, if you're new here, I think we got a couple new people. Got a couple of new people. We can show the money trick. So we're going to buy a tarot deck, and all we have is 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we have is $5. We need more than $5. $5 is not going to do us. I mean, let's get the bottom line. We're going to go on Kickstarter and find some decks, but if we snap our fingers, then it turns into 100, and now we can get one Kickstarter deck. You know what I mean? Maybe we can pick up the Super Linares, the Super Duper Linares. We can do something basically that we couldn't do before. Now we have a couple extra bucks. All right, I need some water. Yes, I'm getting the printed book. A lot of people are getting the printed book. I gotta say, a lot of people are getting the printed book. The printer's taking their sweet time though, but yeah, if you get the printed, this is a luxury item. It's not cheap. Shipping is not cheap, but again, this is a luxury item. You got thick, glossy pages, thick, glossy, beautiful pages. Got a lot of information, a ton of text in here, a lot of stuff that you've never heard before. Locating objects with tarot. Where the hell have you heard that before? You haven't. But it's in my book. Jamie Lee, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Okay. What do the friends think? We've done some tarot, and they like it. Celebration card. They enjoyed the read. They enjoyed where you went with it, right? Little bit of a hesitation, some of the answers and whatnot. Basically, Yogi, you have to be true to your intuition. You know what I mean? You have to be true to your intuition. That's the big thing here. That is the big thing, Yogi. I think you are getting caught up in card meanings maybe a little too much, to where the card meaning is going to be the all-encompassing, the big thing that you need to tell them. When in reality, it's kind of not. It's kind of not. Your intuitive abilities, Yogi, are very good and are very sort of something that you need to pursue. And if you have intuition versus card meaning, you need to lean in the intuition direction a little more. Basically, yeah, right? A little more in the intuition direction, because yours is hot and yours is going. And I think what you're getting is not something that you want to get. What do I mean by that? Okay, Yogi, you've been in this situation, right? You're doing a reading for a love reading, and all you get is court cards, or all you get is pentacles. You're like, where the hell am I going to do with this? Where is the lovers? Where are my cups? Where's something that I could use? Where are my majors? And instead, you get all the court cards. So the thing is you're getting cards that you don't want. You're getting cards that aren't exactly helpful. And instead of leaning into your intuition, you're trying to sort of scumble around and try to make things up. Or not make things up, but sort of recover the way that you can based upon the meanings that you know. And I think that doesn't work all the time. I think lean more into your intuition, because you are getting frustrated in some reads, right? You're getting to where things don't flow well and things are getting caught up. And again, They think the readings are great. And I think your intuition is great. I think your readings are going to be great. It's just a matter of finding that balance between what I know versus what I can sense. And like a lot of times on this channel, I'll just go out on a way out on a limb, right? Because my intuition is just sort of saying, hey, talk about this. And I think that's where this is at. Once you do it enough, once you get comfortable, once you just crank through enough readings, you're going to get to where it's just second nature to do all that balancing and stuff. Overall, they loved it. Their friends like it, right? Leaning on your intuition is going to help you immensely in the future. And that's basically it. Keep doing it. Keep going. Keep rocking it, right? You're rocking it. You're doing it. You're getting it done. And you are successful. Keep on. Keep doing it and get that practice under your belt. All right. Let's see. When will the book be available? The printer is so freaking busy, they put 2 printings. The first one is 100. The second one is 150. So I think I've sold all 200. I think I've sold 200 books already, and it's not even here. And I need, and I'm probably going to have to print 250 more. Anyway, 4th week of June is going to be when the big selection is here. This week is going to be the first 100 of them. So that's going to be all of the Kickstarters and stuff like that is going to be there. Anyway, you can pre-order it on Etsy, and it'll be here soon. Jamie Lee, Candace's current feelings and actions towards me. By the way, this is the last reading of the night. We are indeed ending soon. I appreciate everybody being here. All of y'all have been so freaking amazing. Man, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. That is for sure. Let's use this one, a beautiful deck, for a last reading of the night. This is the wheel, by the way. This is the wheel. Ruth, I'm so glad you discovered this channel. Ruth, I appreciate you being here, hanging out with us. And Jamie Lee, Candace's current feelings. What are their current feelings? What are they going to do? King of Wands are going to do something. They are coming back. They have the Fool. They have this 4 of Swords. They have the Empress. I think they have some feelings. I think we have some good feelings in the mix here. We have some good feelings. We have some good things coming about. I think we have a lot of nice things in here. They're willing to take a chance. They're willing to walk in and do it. They're willing to walk in and go for it, willing to see what is next. Even if it's unpredictable, the Fool says, I'll take that chance. I will do it. I will do it. I will take that chance. I will find out where it is going to be. John, welcome to the stream. It is so good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? We have the Empress. This is where it really shines, right? It's where it really, really shines. You're looking at this comfort. You're looking at this emotional connection. You're looking at all sorts of good things. Motioning into taking a chance. It is wonderful. 4 of Swords, though. 4 of Swords. If Kenneth is going to take an action, it's going to be delayed. It is going to be delayed. This is not going to be something where they're going to go full steam ahead. Do they have some passion here? I think so. Are they willing to go the mile? I think so. The 4 of Wands says, 4 of Swords says, let's take our time with this. Let's motion into a little bit of a slower roll. Let's figure out where it's going to go before we go full steam. But when they go full steam, Jamie, they are going full steam indeed. That King of Wands is an excellent card, a rapid action, a lot of fiery energy, and a lot of energy overall. I think they're pretty pleased with how it goes. I think that they are going to get going with it. Anyway, that is it. That is it from me, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And we will see you tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central Time.
So here we go again, it's no surprise. 'Cause we know better than to all the Feel so true. You drive me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive.